All right. Well, look, I got to give it to you, Frankie, and I let you correct my mistakes all the time. I'm always trying to catch you in a mistake, but it rarely happens. And Frank did say, why is the president surrounding himself with all these people who are warmongers and part of the deep state when he's been all along saying he wants to bring our troops back? And now we see what we got. But Frankie, I know you don't want to talk about the impeachment, but I want to talk about the coverage of the impeachment. It's really got to be talked about because the left just cannot control themselves from being a bunch of tools. It's really absolutely ridiculous. I want to take a look at, what I call Morning Joe, because the show is a joke. I want to go back, if you remember, one of probably the father of all philosophies. I want to go back to Socrates. I want to do a little. He said, when the debate is lost, slander becomes the tool of the loser. So they saw the
he had a confederacy of dunces defending him in impeachment.
He's talking about a bunch of dunces. The president's defense team are a bunch of dunces. That's the best Joe can do. Not it was a poor defense, not that they didn't make great points, not that Alan Dershowitz wasn't excellent. I mean, did you see? You saw some of the clips of Dershowitz,
I heard
right?
some of it on the radio this morning.
He made an amazingly compelling case that there's no way these are impeachable events. And Joe and Mika go on with this cast of characters they have there. They go on, and honestly, it's been a while since I agree with Bernie Sanders. But there's a tweet out there from Bernie Sanders that I think says it best, Frankie. Okay. And he quoted another great philosopher, Mahatma Gandhi. And Bernie's talking about, at first they ignore you. And then they fight you. Then they laugh at you. Then you win, okay? And pretty clear that all the left can do, especially first thing this morning on Morning Joe. Then they fight you. Then you win. That's what Mahatma Gandhi and Bernie are standing by.
One mocking.
Does Ken Starr say with a straight face? Because I was there when he said the capstone of impeachment for Bill Clinton is abuse of power. I haven't even gotten to Pam Bondi. I haven't even gotten to Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi's
just don't.
argument. No.
Just
no. Is there a tissue? Can I get some help up here? Can I have a witness?
Here you go.
Pam Bondi. Oh my Lord.
Preach.
I'm getting flummoxed.
What was that?
Can I get some help up here?
Preach.
Oh my God. And Pam Bondi says that Joe Biden bragged about firing a prosecutor because he was prosecuting Burisma.
He did, right, Frankie?
That's what it
he
looks
did brag
like.
About it, right?
He did indeed.
There's Mika. Morning, Mika. Hello. Ladies, you have to know your worth. You have to know your value. And then she sits there idly by where Pam Bondi, a reputable, respected former attorney general, is up there defending our president, which you would think Mika's little woman's movement would be, let's say, not supportive because they don't agree on opinions. Wouldn't be mocking another woman in a power position. Is that square up with?
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, John, and I chastise you for this from time to time. But once you just call someone dumb, I think it says a lot about more about the merits of your own argument rather than the person that you're criticizing.
Yeah, and there she is. Oh my, Joe's mocking. He's imitating Pam Bondi. He's mocking her. Okay, and she made a massively compelling case. I think we have a clip of Pam Bondi. She made a concise case, if you ask me, on some major points, including, Frank, I know you don't want to talk about impeachment, but she said that the House managers brought up Hunter Biden and Burisma 400 times in their arguments. But then they come into the Senate and say that they're not central. It's not a central issue to this case. And I wonder how it's not a central issue if they brought it up 400 times. So why is Pam Bondi getting mocked? Because she did a good job?
Well, because they disagree with her conclusions.
So you disagree with the conclusions, you actually take it to them on a personal front? It's like mocking her, imitating her? Where's the he too on Joe? Yeah. How about a he too on Joe Scarborough for getting on national television, not having a single tangible thing? What did she say that was bad? Other than you want to sit there and laugh at people. I thought Pam Bondi did a heck of a job. And I thought Alan Dershowitz had an unbelievable maestro performance up there. Gripping sightings of the Federalist Papers, Adams. Amazing. We'll get into that a little more later on in the show. But if you tune into MSNBC at all, the morning show is a joke. And that's why I call it Morning Joke. We're going to take a quick break. Rich Valdez is going to be here right after this. He's the host of the This Is America podcast, and he's also seriously considering joining us in our one goal, which is to make AOC bartend again. Quick break, more Liquid Lunch right after this.